WordPress 5.5 has just been released. Compared with recent WordPress updates, version 5.5 includes some significant changes. We'll take a look at the most important new features in this briefing. The Gutenberg block editor has undergone some significant improvements to the user interface. If you're one of those long-time WordPress users who's been on the fence about Gutenberg, now's a good time to take a second look. The first thing you'll notice is the new high-contrast Add Block button. Click that and you'll see the newly redesigned block selector, high contrast and very easy on the eyes. The block toolbar has undergone a redesign. It's a cleaner look that seems more user-friendly, and one benefit is that block groups are now much easier to work with. Now let's add another block. One thing you'll notice is that this block selector no longer scrolls, and part of the reason for that is because the universe of growing blocks is just getting too big to be contained by a small menu like this. Click the Browse All at the bottom, and you'll see the block selector now expands into a full block sidebar. Gutenberg is starting to look a lot more like a legitimate page builder. Now, I'll admit that when the last version of WordPress came out with the move to full screen editing by default, I was really put off by that. However, that move makes a lot more sense with the new Gutenberg interface. This sidebar on the side, you clearly need that additional real estate to work with your page and post content. Now in this block sidebar, you will have access to the new block directory. Although you might miss it at first glance, it's integrated with the block search feature. If you're searching for a block that's not installed on your WordPress system, WordPress will helpfully return results from the block directory. Now, the nice thing about this is that you can find a block, install it, and add the block to your post without ever leaving the editor. Just be aware that when you do that, you're installing a new plugin. The block sidebar also reveals block patterns. These are pre-built designs that combine multiple grouped blocks. This will be a real time saver for building more complex layouts. Now you'll also note that the sidebar becomes the home for your reusable blocks. I like to think of these as my personalized block patterns. So combinations of blocks that I create on my own site will show up here. The image block now supports inline image editing. This will be a real time saver that will eliminate the need to adjust images in a separate program. It's now easy to resize your image and crop to any number of predefined aspect ratios. Your modified image is saved as a new media file, so your original image is always available when you need it. Beyond the Gutenberg improvements, the new WordPress makes it easy to keep up with your plugin and theme updates. Automatic updates are built into WordPress, but you'll need to enable these on your plugins and themes. You'll enable updates individually on plugins and themes. It's entirely up to you to determine which parts of your WordPress site are automatically updated. And over in themes, you'll have the same option, but to get to the update option, you'll have to highlight the theme, and then you'll find the update option listed on the theme detail page. That's where you can enable and disable your automatic updates. A couple of significant additions that are transparent. You won't notice these changes because they're running under the hood. The first is sitemaps. Sitemaps are a specially formatted list of pages on your site intended to help search engines more fully index your site. But if you're already using an SEO plugin like Yoast, continue to do so. These new sitemaps are not as full-featured as the ones created by SEO plugins. And finally, your visitors will notice your pages are loading faster thanks to lazy loading images. That's a special way of deferring the image downloads until they're actually needed. That's a nice speed bump without having to make major changes to your website. Updated lessons for all of the latest changes are available at wpapprentice.com. WP Apprentice is the best way to stay current with the rapidly changing world of WordPress. Membership includes access to the entire WP Apprentice course library, our member forum, and our monthly business and e-commerce coaching sessions on Zoom. Sign up at wpapprentice.com today, and we'll see you inside the member area.